Oh God, you're causing me
Um,
to drink already.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's the Two Dumb Yinzers show. This is episode 312. This is
Ooh,
different, Mike, different Derpy than any other Friday that we've ever done before in the show because it's not even it's not even Friday for us on the show anymore because now we're doing all because of Mike. We're doing 7 days a week. Um, we are on
yes.
our summer cutback schedule, which means we are on only a half hour a day. However, the show runs 7 days a week, so this Friday doesn't even feel like a Friday at all.
No, it does not feel like a Friday at all. And like it kind of threw me off, man. I was getting ready for the show. I'm like, oh yeah, I got a good 2 days off coming up. Enjoy the last 2 days of my vacation. I'm like, I played myself. I'm like DJ Khaled, congratulations, played yourself.
I blame
Um,
Ron Hextall.
I
Derpy,
Mike
I blame Derpy.
Mike was
No,
Deep down,
cutting.
I specifically blame you, Mike.
Mike
that's
was
just because
cutting
Mostly
out.
Hextall, but mostly
So what
Hextall.
I gained from that was Mike plays with himself, but he he hit it on the head. This is I woke up today and I thought, oh well, you know what? At least we're off tomorrow. No, we're not off tomorrow. We're not off the next day. We're not off for several months. But you know what? That's fine. I dig. I'm down with it. I'm up for the challenge. But as we were saying, it is a bit different. So
it is a little different. Hey, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be exciting. It is gonna rejuvenate me.
taking new leaps and bounds. We are.
Leaps and bounds, baby.
I want to start off today. You know what? If the let's say the Florida Panthers now
Oh
they
my
beat
God.
Carolina last night in four overtimes in game one in the Eastern Conference Finals
What
in the
is even this
NHL.
playoff?
They win three to they win 3-2. Florida wins 3-2 over the Hurricanes. Now, if Florida goes on to win this cup, we should be on that cup somewhere because nobody would have lost to the two worst teams in the league to miss the playoffs in the history of anything. But we did it, and it allowed these Florida Panthers to sneak into the playoffs. And you know what? At this point, a couple upsets in the first couple of rounds. They knock out the President Trophy Boston Bruins. And here they are in the championship round, game one. They win 3-2 in four overtimes. If nothing has, what's the word I'm looking for? Destiny written on it, more
Exactly.
this Florida Panthers playoff run, I don't know what does. And as I said, they shouldn't even be in there. This team shouldn't even be in there. They were possibly lower than us. If we could have beat one of the two worst teams in the league in Chicago and Columbus, this Florida Panthers team wouldn't have even been good enough to qualify for the playoffs.
No, and like you said, like on the Stanley Cup, if Florida wins at the end of they list all the players' name, coaches, training staff, Pittsburgh Penguins. Just
Just right,
Pitts,
Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah,
2023
Yep.
Pittsburgh Penguins. Put it
you don't even
right
have to write
there.
names.
No, just put the team. Put the team, because without us, you wouldn't be there. And you know what? We had our success, and we're hoping to uplift a poverty franchise
Yeah,
that
that's
is
what we were.
the Florida Panthers. We're uplifting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There
we're
you have it.
magnanimous that way. I don't know if you guys saw that story. Sidney Crosby, was at dinner with friends. A little girl came and talked to him. He ended up paying for the dinner for the entire family without telling anyone. This is what the Penguins do. This is what Sidney Crosby does. He is a giver. He buys people dinner without them knowing, and he gives
Give
the
up.
Florida
Give
gives
up.
gives a whole franchise a Stanley Cup. That is what he does. That's why he's not only a Hall of Fame hockey player, he's a Hall of Fame human being.
So they are though. The Panthers are only seven wins away from winning the Stanley Cup. Do they still do this? You guys know back in the day, I remember playing them in the playoffs, and they would always throw rats out onto the ice. They still throw the rats.
No. Because what they between them and was it like Detroit throwing the squid out? If you do that, you can be penalized, delay a game.
Okay, I like the
Which
squid.
they
I
should
like
have
the
done.
rat.
They should have done that. That you replayed them in the playoffs when they kept covering the ice with it,
Yeah,
and
that's what
that
I'm
blew
thinking. I'm
up our
thinking
momentum. It should
that's
have
what
been
I'm
a penalty
thinking.
then. Yeah, it should have been a penalty then. That's what
It's been
screwed
many
us
of
out.
years, correct? Am
Oh
I
God, yeah, that
remembering
was
that
like
right?
what the late. That was like
90s, late
late '90s
90s.
or yeah, late '90s.
I like the rats. Remember the goalie was hiding like in the net, so he
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
get
was
hit by the rats.
Tom Barrasso. Yeah, See
Yeah,
that,
I don't-
they should have been given a major penalty for that. It should have been a match penalty. Someone should have been kicked out of the game because they were intent to injure. They were trying to injure Tom Barrasso, who we all know never hurt anyone out on the ice. He was a saint.
yeah.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 100%. Because he was my goalie. He was a saint.
So there you have it. The Florida Panthers. Nobody would have predicted this. I think
No.
that most people would have predicted that they would have lost the first round.
Yeah. Like they did
Boston.
nothing. They did nothing at the trade deadline, and look where they are.
You're right.
I hope they win it to prove my point that it's matchups, motivation, and playing the best at the right time.
You know what? I hope they win
That's what it
too.
is for hockey, man. That's what it is.
That's in sports in general at any level.
Yeah, I'm pulling for them. You know, you heard all season about Boston, of course. You know, Carolina's another
Yeah.
good team to hear on and on about. So, you know, if Florida would win this whole thing, that'd be great.
It'd be wild.
It just had, you know, what it has a feel of to me. It kind of has that feel that they're going to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals and lose. Again, I don't
Like
know where
that.
that's even coming from. I don't know where I'm even getting that, but I'm getting a vibe. There's a vibe to this.
Well, like normally, like when a team
They'll just
wins,
come up short. you know?
when they win this big, when you win a overtime game that goes multiple overtimes, statistically you have the best chance of winning that series because you're going to carry over that momentum. So I can see them winning this series, but I can see this being a long series. Both Carolina's a really good team. So if this goes 7, I think they're going to struggle. And I forget who's playing in the West. It's Dallas and who else? I can't remember.
Vegas. No, Seattle.
Seattle and Dallas.
The Kraken.
The
No, it's Vegas.
crackheads. I
No,
love
it's
it.
Vegas. It's Vegas.
Oh, it is Vegas.
No,
Yeah.
it's Vegas. Yeah,
Yeah,
Seattle's
It was
down.
it was one of those expansion teams. Yeah, you're right. I can't remember which. So, yeah, God, I'm rooting for the East this year, boys.
Yeah,
Rooting for
I
the
like to see
East.
Florida win this whole thing. It's just like I said, it's just interesting because it almost be like we helped win the Stanley
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
So I'll take that. I'm
I'll
gonna go
take that too.
Florida. We'll take a look at it again once the finals begin to see if it's even Florida still in there, and then
Yeah.
we'll take a look up the matchup at that point and we'll go from there. But right
Yep.
now, I'm feeling this Florida vibe at least to get to the finals.
Me too. Me too. I think, like I said, man, you win those big overtime games in the playoffs, you statistically have a great chance of moving on.
Other big news in sports going on today. Again, this doesn't have anything to do with our Pittsburgh teams, but LeBron James and the LA Lakers, they'd go down 0-2 to the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Western Conference Finals. A couple things here. LeBron might just be getting to that point where you're starting to notice that he's getting a little over the hill.
Yeah.
There was a play that happened during the game. He was
I want you to look at the stat line first, though, before you say anything.
Oh yeah,
negative about it.
this LeBron, he's wide. I mean,
Not specifically just him, the whole team.
nobody was even between him and the hoop. He
Oh,
was.
God,
it was a-
yeah.
Did you see this?
I
And
saw
he
that.
goes up
Yeah.
to dunk it, and the ball flies out of his hand. and-
That's never happened in his career before. That's when you know, like, oh, it's time to hang him up. He can
Pull
still
up.
ball. He's not. Yeah. It's.
Can you pull up the stat lines real quick, Derpy, while I finish this
I can
point?
send the picture
I got it.
So-
Right
because I
here.
legit have the picture of the team.
Oh, who am I
um,
looking for?
Get this, guys. LeBron is 1 for 20 and 3-pointers in the fourth quarter so far in this series. 1 for 20. He missed 19 straight 3-point shots.
Yeah,
And
that's
still
not
shot
him.
47% from the field, but okay.
But this is, this is, I don't know. This is the cream of the crop right now. I mean, this is the guy. This is the Kobe. This is the Jordan. And he's
It's
missed
all right.
19.
He's on the
19
downside of his
straight.
career.
It still almost had a triple-double, but okay.
19 straight 3-pointers he's missed in the fourth quarter. That's like I said, that's starting to show signs. And there was a point after the game the other day where he just, he was talking and he was doing an interview, and he told the lady, he goes, "I'm just tired." He's starting to look tired. He's starting to
Yep.
look his age. And you know what? At 38 years old, it's not
Right?
an old guy, but you're out there running with young 20s and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
things like
Probably
this.
tired of carrying bums.
Yeah, you know what? Probably. I just again, 19 straight 3-pointers missed in fourth quarters in this series alone.
That's not him. That's when like you said, your age is finally caught up to you.
Right. It's like when you're watching Jordan in the Washington Wizards uniform.
Yep.
This is what it's comparable to me.
It is too.
I can compare that stat line too.
What's
For
that?
the regular season? Jordan was 22, 5-5 at the age of 38 with the Washington Wizards. LeBron is 28, 8-6 with 50%.
I just know that Michael Jordan. I mean, could you name anybody else on that Washington Wizards team? If he had Anthony Davis, it might have been a different story. But I can't. I can honestly not name one other guy on that Washington Wizards basketball team.
You're right.
And Anthony Davis, my God, he didn't do much last night either.
He was 26%.
Yeah.
How many points did AD score?
I sent the picture to you.
He had hold on, I got the stats right here. If I can pull up the full box score at ESPN, you suck.
I
Davis,
legit took the whole box picture of the box
Derby,
score.
settle down, bro. Settle down.
I know. I'm just.
Derby is in rare form today.
Take a breath. Anthony Davis had 18 points. 18 points and 14 rebounds. LeBron had 22, 10 assists, and 9 boards. So he almost had a triple double right there.
Exactly. And he's done the same thing his entire career.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, he's not a superstar level anywhere to where you give him a 50% Anthony Davis and they're going to dominate, but he still put up numbers, man. It's like Anthony Davis and LeBron did their job. Everyone else did nothing.
Reeves had 22 points.
Reeves had 22.
This Denver Nuggets team. You talk about them; they are the number 1 seed in the West. That's one thing you can't forget. This isn't a team. This isn't your average team in the playoffs. The Nuggets are a damn good team. They finished with a 53-29 record.
Yeah.
Of course, the Lakers finished with a 43-39 record. So, this is going to be one of the better teams you're going to face. This team, it's a really good squad.
Oh yeah, Jokic and Jamal Murray, they balled out last night. And Jokic, he should have been MVP this year. Won it the previous 2. This is the team on the rise. The Lakers weren't even supposed to make it this far.
You're right.
So to get this far, I think the Lakers reached their peak. I think last round was the Lakers' peak. They should have not made it out of last round to make it to the finals. That's a huge achievement.
Yeah, to beat
Golden
State.
This team is just nuts. This Denver Nuggets team, Jamal Murray, Jokic. I think they're going to end up winning the whole thing.
Very possible. On the other side, you have the Miami Heat jumping out to the lead over the Boston Celtics. So we'll get to see. I believe they played today. We'll get to see what goes on in Game 2 of that series. A lot of people want to see the old classic matchup of the Lakers versus Celtics, but I think it's going to be the opposite. I think it's going to be the Nuggets and the Heat.
That's the matchup I want to see. I want to see the Nuggets Heat.
I'd rather see Celtics versus Lakers.
I would rather see the Lakers versus Celtics, but I do believe that we're going to see Miami versus the Nuggets. You know what? I'm far from an expert. We could be wrong. We could very well see this. We could see any variety of mix-ups between these 4 teams. But you know what? I think just as a basketball fan and a lot of basketball fans alike, they do want to see that classic matchup of modern-day Lakers versus modern-day Celtics.
Well, I think we're going to get it. The script was leaked the other day. The NBA script.
Yes, it was totally leaked.
Yes, and it has the Lakers winning in Game 7 against the Golden State, against the Nuggets, and winning in 6 over the Boston Celtics. So we're going to end up getting that matchup. That is this script, and we all know it is all scripted.
The other big story in sports yesterday, one thing that a lot of people were overlooking, however, the people in Pittsburgh are not. Did you guys see this video where TJ Watt was working on his pool?
Oh.
He's already on the IR this season.
I thought this was going to be the injury starting with him, and we were already going to be in trouble. But of course, TJ Watt was working in his appeared to be his backyard on a swimming pool, and he falls into the water, gets yelled at by his dog, goes viral, and everybody's talking about it.
You know what? This is akin to Ben Roethlisberger riding the motorcycle and crashing. Okay, this had the same vibes. The season was almost over before it started. You are a multimillionaire. Pay someone to come clean your pool, dude.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing cleaning your pool?
When I saw him go in, I'm like, his agility score is going to go down on Madden. His awareness score is going to go down on Madden, and he's going to blow a hand all at the same time. Triple whammy.
Yes.
My thing is his mental health in check.
Right.
How is he ever going to recover from this? You know, people like offensive tackles are going to be lining up against him. Going, hey, what up, pool boy?
Yeah.
Slip and slide
Speaking
out,
of the
TJ.
Steelers defense, fellas, did you get the stat line? I put this up yesterday. I thought it was interesting. We might have even talked about it. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. The 7-day thing. It's all one long day to me now.
I'm loving watching you struggle.
Opposing quarterbacks. Did you guys see this? Opposing quarterbacks against the Steelers cover 2 looks on defense last season. Hear me out on this. This is opposing quarterbacks combined numbers: 42 for 76, 544 yards, 0 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a 39.6 passer rating, which was best in the NFL. And that was against our cover 2 looks. Now, granted, you're not going to be seeing most of the players that you've seen in our cover 2 that you've seen last year. Hopefully, it should be improving. But that's an encouraging stat line. I mean, you look at those numbers, and you know, we did our job in a lot of situations on third downs, and you know, past situations where we would be running our cover 2. Do you guys? I'm pretty encouraged about this season, and I don't know if it's more that I'm excited because of all the new presents we got. But it certainly seems like we've upgraded, right?
We have
Yes,
upgraded.
we pretty much upgraded in every.
Yeah.
I'm worried though about like whoever is replacing Devin Bush is an upgrade. But now, like losing Miles Jack, is that really going to be an upgrade? Did Devin Bush hold him back? Was he trying to do too much to cover for him that made his game suffer overall? That I don't know. Because before last year, Miles Jack's a lights out player. And last year, he put up great numbers. But watching the film and highlights, he can see he was out of position here and there. Was that just him trying to cover for Devin Bush or trying to learn the system? So I don't know, but I feel overall the team was a whole hell of a lot better than it was at the end of last year.
And
like
the team,
I said real quick,
was okay at the end of the year. The defense was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. If TJ is healthy, this defense is great. When he's not healthy, they become slightly above average.
It's crazy that it even comes down to that, ain't it? It's insane.
It is. It's
one guy shouldn't.
But
you know what? Here's another thing coming back to Miles Jack that catches my attention mostly. The guy, he's been out there now. I mean, why is nobody picking him up? Why is nobody signing him, grabbing him? Is there something known that we don't know? Is there something, within the film rooms that coaches see that we're not seeing? Because, this was a big name, I thought, when he came to Pittsburgh last year, only a year ago. What am I missing, guys, on the Miles Jack situation? Because I'm confused. I think if we didn't bring him back, which I thought was a possibility, why is nobody going after him? Nobody.
Because at this point of the year, GMs, they're looking for people who will take cheap deals. And Miles Jack, it's probably wanting more money than most teams are going to offer, so he's going to have to negotiate himself down.
I mean, he got cut.
Yeah, he got cut, but he got cut early in the process. And teams are, he's still out there with Juan Alexander still out there, Kyle Van Noy. So there's still players out there that it could be a salary cap thing. What teams are now filling out their roster, and you only have so much salary cap available. And these guys, they can still play, and they want to get what they're worth. So then it comes to the point where you just have to settle, find the best place for you, take a 1-year deal at a cheaper rate to hope you have a good year, and you can go out and get that next big contract. I think that's what it was getting on someone like Miles Jack. He wasn't hurt.
You guys look that up real quick.
Pull that up real quick.
While you're pulling that up, I'll tell Derby about this. Derby, if you do want to catch Antonio Brown, he will be playing at the Albany Empire's next home game, which is next weekend, May 27th. So there you are, guys. If you want to catch, and who knows if you're going to even be able to watch this, but figuring that it's Antonio Brown, they might stick it on one of them high sports channels. But the Albany Empire next week, get to see Antonio Brown get back out on the gridiron, guys.
There we go. I'm excited for that one to see if he still has it. And Miles Jack is 27 years old.
27.
So he's not that old by NFL standards.
You figure that year he would have beat us the year to Jacksonville when he would have been really young.
Yeah, and he's been rumored and predicted to sign with the Eagles, which my God. That's all that defense needs. It's another electric player, which they
got a New York Yankee money all of a sudden over there.
I know, right? maybe that's why we got Weedle. So Omar Khan's already great at manipulating the cap. You could get someone from Philly because they seem to be great at manipulating the cap as well. My God.
Jeez. We'll move forward a little bit here, guys, because we do have to move on. Today, the Pittsburgh Pirates host the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks guys are coming in with a 25-19 record. The Pirates will be there to meet them with their 23-20 record. On paper, this should be a great series. But the one thing that I think is the big concern again, is this Cardinals team, guys, who won 16-8 over the Dodgers. And not only did they win 16-8, they hit 7 home runs.
Oh my Lord.
I believe they hit back to back at one point, and they hit another home run again that inning. They hit 4 home runs one inning. In that same inning, they had back to back jacks. This Cardinals team is as hot as anybody in the league right now. I would be very concerned if I was sitting in front of them in the NL Central, which we are. The Brewers, again, they're only 1 game ahead of us, sitting in first place. They started the series against Tampa Bay today, who is, of course, the best team in the league.
Yes.
So if we could get a little bit of help, maybe, we have on the hill, we got Johan Oviedo. Oviedo's coming in with a 2-3 record of 5.14 and 36 Ks. You know what, Oviedo, he usually puts out pretty good outings, but the guy that we're facing, anybody know about this Zach Gallen? Zach Gallen is 6-1.
Yeah.
He's got a 2.35, and he has 70 strikeouts so far this season.
Only 8 walks.
So this isn't going to be any cakewalk by any measure for the Pittsburgh Pirates. But if we do, listen, we won 8-0 the other day. We have 2 days till Mitch Keller is back on the hill. I mean, that's the game that everyone, like when you fall in the pool and you're something you're reaching toward, that's what we're reaching toward, is waiting for that Keller start. But if we could get 1 win out of either Oviedo tonight or I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. Contreras tomorrow. If we could get 1 win out of these 2 guys, either tonight or tomorrow, then we have Keller on the hill on Sunday to try to finish off the series. I mean, that's best case scenario, to try to win the series 2 games to 1, and at least kind of keep that buffer with the Cardinals and everybody else behind us, and maybe move into first place again with Milwaukee playing Tampa Bay. I think this would be the best chance that we have for a while. But you know what? This division, it surprises me. Everything that's going on, the Cardinals from 10 games out, now they're working their way back. They're at 6 games. They're the hottest team in the league. The Brewers, everybody else in the division losing every single game when we would lose every single game over that long losing streak. It's going to be one of the more interesting divisions. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of interesting divisions out there between the AL East and everything that they have going on, the AL Central, where Derpy squads are from. But it's this NL Central, it's going to be an interesting. I mean, it might be a freakish result the way this turns out, but I think it'll be nonetheless be fun to watch.
Yeah. We need a win. Just condense what you said there. We need a win, David. We need the Rays to do to us what they are due to Milwaukee, what they did to us. We need a win.
Yes.
Because St. Louis picked up that half game yesterday, so now there's just 6 behind out of first, they're 5 behind us. So I don't like this, man. They're getting hot, like the other 2 teams, and they're but the Reds and Cubbies.
I mean, nobody that stinks hits 7 home runs in a game. I mean, that's a team that just hasn't been playing well.
That's like a breakout game right there. That's something you can build on and turn your season around with.
Absolutely. So, I think if anything, this NL Central will be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
This is a baseball.
It always is. It always seems to be like when Pittsburgh's good, this whole division seems to be really tight.
And
tight races. Yes, I love it.
Another quick stat, guys. This is something that interests me about Dick Mountain. He threw the other day. Of course, he had the big 8-0 win game. Dick Mountain, now he threw 6 innings of 1 hit ball while striking out 7. And this is one of those crazy down the rabbit hole stats that they come up with in baseball. Rich Hill threw for 6 innings of 1 hit ball while striking out 7. Only Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, and Bartolo Colon have matched or bettered those stats in a start at age 43 or older.
Not bad company.
Not bad company for Dick Mountain.
No. What, 3 Hall of Famers? Is Bartolo Colon in the Hall of Fame? He should be, just because he's bad.
Yeah.
I always like Bartolo. But the other 2, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, my lord. That is great company.
Was Nolan Ryan. However, Mike, I do want to throw this
Nolan
stat
Ryan,
at you
my
as
bad.
well. Nolan Ryan, peep this, guys. Nolan Ryan struck out in his career 8 fathers and their sons. 8
That's
fathers and son
that's how you
combination.
know you've played you've been in the league a minute.
Yeah, and he had like 8 no hitters in his career or something.
That's
I mean, the guy was
insane.
amazing. No two ways about it. But yeah, there you have it. So Dick Mountain, he's doing his Dick Mountain things, man.
Dick Mountain is the man. Dick
Mountain is
Mountain
the man.
and Mitch Keller. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you know what?
The
It's-
1-2 combo at the top.
It is
of
the
order.
1-2 combo. If we could get the 3 through 5 going, which, you know what, I don't want to say they're not pitching bad, but we just what we've seen for the last 3
We
weeks.
need offense, man.
We do need offense. You're right.
Because when you're losing like what 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-2,
Yeah.
that's on the offense. That's not on the pitching.
Right. Our pitchers have done generally pretty decent job.
They've done what they needed to do.
Absolutely. Mike, also, we will be talking a little bit more about these things tomorrow because we are going to be on tomorrow. But the Pittsburgh Maulers, they do play the Memphis Showboats Saturday, 12:30. So shortly after our show is over tomorrow, that game will be starting.
First place, we're taking it over, baby.
That's right. First place, baby. We're tied in first place with the 2-3 record. I don't care what the record is, as long as we're tied in first place.
First place, baby.
And if the playoffs started today, we would be in the playoffs. And also, guys, Reuben Foster he made the mid-season all USFL team. Only three guys made it, and Reuben Foster is one of the 3 that made the mid-season all USFL team. So
well deserved, and that defense has just been lights out.
I can't wait. I'm excited to watch the game now.
Me too. I'm pumped.
Also tomorrow, the Pittsburgh Passion back in action at Detroit. Mike, they're playing the Detroit Venom. I wanted to make sure to bring that up because I know that you're a big fan of the names of these women's football teams. So they play the Detroit Venom tomorrow. I don't know what
that is so much better than the Detroit Lions.
the
Detroit Venom. Exactly. It's a hard name. I like it.
And if we could get back on track, of course, the Passion loses their last game of the season. They lose their first game of the season last week up in Boston. They lost it pretty heavily. They play Detroit. Hopefully, we can get back on track tomorrow because these ladies only have two more games after this week, and then the playoff starts. So you're sitting there 2-1. If you win this game, you're in good shape. If you lose, you're going to say, "Oh, we're sitting here at 2-2 with 2 games left. What does the season hold for us?" So a big win tomorrow would be huge for these guys, gals. Well, Mike,
Dudes.
What's that?
Dudes.
Mike, why don't you tell everybody about the website?
2dumbyinjers.com. Head on over there. We have links for everything 2dumbyinjers that you need. You can find anything about us there at 2dumbyinjers.com. YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, everything at 2dumbyinjers.com. Merchandise stores there as well.
Go check it out. Everybody. The Bob Nothing shirt is gaining popularity again.
Yes,
gaining momentum. Go check it out. Grab one. A lot of cool stuff over on the website, as Mike said. And we are on 7 days a week. We are on our summer cutback schedule. Basically, what this does is it changes the show to a half-hour show. However, we do it 7 days a week. It's not only 5 days, it's now 7 days. So we will be back tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Saturday. You're out running around doing your thing. Turn on the phone and check out the show because we will be on at 11:30 tomorrow, 11:30 to 12. Also, the show that we do that particular day gets uploaded that particular evening over on Spotify. So this show that you're watching today will be available on Spotify at 8 o'clock this evening. So you hit the gym late night tonight, go to Planet Fitness, put your earbuds in, listen to your favorite show, the 2 Dumb Yinzers.
Exactly.
One thing before we do our trivia of the day, did you guys see this? The Taco Bell, they're actually fighting a company called Taco John's. This Taco John's, Taco John's owns the trademark to Taco Tuesday, apparently.
Ooh.
When Taco Tuesday started to gain momentum, Taco John's snuck in and bought the trademark on Taco Tuesday. And Taco Bell went to use it in one of their ads or advertisements, and we can't use this. Taco Tuesday is owned by Taco John's.
I love it.
So
I love it,
Taco
Tom.
Bell is that they're in this fight with Taco John's. Most people I wouldn't think even knows what a Taco John's is. I didn't know
Yeah,
until I read the article. But there you have it. Taco John's owns Taco Tuesday.
I like it. I like it. Let's go. Let's go, Taco Joe's.
The more you know.
Taco John's ass.
Taco John's, Taco Joe's, whatever. My bad.
The more
I
you
was
know, the
double
more you
checking
know.
Twitter just to see if there's any late breaking news, like always on us.
What's that?
I was double checking Twitter real quick to make sure we didn't miss any
That's
late breaking news, like always.
Is there anything late in breaking?
Nothing. Omar Khan has not done anything.
All right. You guys ready for trivia?
We're ready.
This again is going to be an Arizona Diamondbacks trivia. Maybe you guys did your homework. Maybe you guys didn't. But here's the question of the day. How many seasons did it take the Arizona Diamondbacks to win their first World Series? Is the question of the day. Everybody, how many seasons did it take the Arizona Diamondbacks to win their first World Series? And remember, they were an expansion team back in the late 90s. Them and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays came in at the same exact time. But the question of the day is, how many seasons did it take the Arizona Diamondbacks to win their first World Series? I'm going to start with Mike. Mike, what do you think? How many years did it take?
2.
2 years. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, Mike. We'll lock him in on a 2. 2 years, he says. Coming in as an expansion team. They won the World Series 2 years later. Derpy, let's go to you. How many seasons did it take the Arizona Diamondbacks to win their first World Series?
I'm going to one-up Mike and go 3.
3. Good answer, Derpy. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to lock and Derpy in on 3. So the guys are both saying that this expansion team from 1998 either won their first World Series after 2 seasons or after 3 seasons. Let's take a look, see what the answer is. How many seasons did it take the Arizona D-backs to win their first World Series? Guys, the answer is it was the fastest expansion team ever in MLB history to win the World Series. The correct answer is 4. 4. You guys are both so close.
We were so close, man.
The 4 seasons it took them, guys. So there you have it. And you got to recall back in the early 2000s, these guys weren't nothing to mess with. You had the Kurt Schilling, you had the Randy Johnson, the whole 9. This team was really good.
Yes, they were.
And as we said yesterday, they were running with the oldest average age amongst teams in the history of this game. So there you have it. 4 seasons in, the Diamondbacks win the World Series. Pirates couldn't make the playoffs in 30 years. So puts that into consideration. Puts that in perspective. Derpy, anything you want to say before we take off for today, man?
Omar Khan is a god.
There we go. I agree. That's my sign off too. Omar Khan is a genius.
I like it, guys. I like it. Omar Khan, everybody. I'm surprised nobody said anything about, they're missing their chance to sleep in tomorrow or anything like that. But no, we will be back. We'll be back same time, same place.
Also, go support the Bucks.
Go support the Bucks. Yes, absolutely. We do. We start the series tonight. Arizona's coming to town. D-backs 25-19. We get to see Zach Gallen, dominant pitcher, coming with Arizona. So check them out tonight. Pittsburgh Pirates. For Derpy, Mike, myself, the 2 Dumb Yinzers will be back tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Saturday. Have a great day.